that sometimes people need to fight it out.
Fans have been able to smell Papoose's wrath and his inability to keep quiet for years as court disputes and leaked audio have shaken the hip-hop community. From their beautiful wedding to Papoose keeping everything together during Remy's 6-year prison sentence. Papoose and Remy were viewed as the ideal couple, loyal, loving, and unbreakable. However, their love story now appears to be unraveling, leaving everyone in shock and sadness. People adored how they seemed to have an unbreakable bond despite everything, but things have just begun to fall apart. How did a marriage that everyone wanted to see wind up having such a terrible ending? Let's analyze it. Their love story started in one of the most trying places, not with money or fame. Most relationships would have ended in 2008, when Remy was serving an 8-year prison sentence, but Papoose showed up and stayed, proving that his love was more than just words. He gave it his all, making long trips to see her every day and offering her support. When she needed support and hope the most, their relationship turned into a symbol of strength and real love, demonstrating that love endures even in the most trying situations. He was more than just her best friend, ally assisting her in concentrating on what life will be like once she is released from prison. Even without a beautiful backdrop, fans will never forget the memorable event that was Papa's proposal to Remy while he was incarcerated. Most people picture getting engaged on a beach or at a classy restaurant. Only 2 years after Remy's 2014 release, Papoose's beauty became evident, and after years of waiting and sacrifice for everyone who had followed their journey, the story finally seemed to be turning around. Her and Papoose's gorgeous 2016 wedding felt like a celebration of their perseverance. It wasn't just a wedding. It was a triumph. The fact that his love was proposed in such an unsatisfactory setting showed how sincere their bond was. In addition to supporting Remy, Papoose explained when her career took off after her release, it seems that he didn't allow her success to bother him. Instead, he proudly referred to her as Queen and celebrated each victory as if it were their first. This demonstrated that true love is about supporting one another. But now accusations of betrayal are putting their once unbreakable romance to the test. The block called Whispers rumors quickly spread online, with fans attempting to piece together Remy and Papoose's relationship by focusing on Captain, a battle rapper with ties to both of them. Were spotted together at an Eagle game, especially after analyzing their body language. Talking about dinner dates and other private gatherings only served to fuel the fire of fans' fervor. When the tipping point came, reports of a tape surfaced, shocking the internet with the idea that the tape existed. However, what transpired next was even more shocking than the rumors.
That's what the money do. That's makeup.
The tipping point at Remy Ma's Chrome 23 performance, which was meant to be a celebration of battle rap, is thought to have been Papoose's photo of Remy and the block captain having a private moment backstage. Witnesses claimed that Papoose didn't, hesitant to address them silently, and several attendees said he struck them. Security quickly arrived to try to defuse the situation once it became apparent that multiple people had been put unconscious. But the harm had already been done to fans who had always thought Papoose was great. Nobody knew this aspect of him when he was under pressure. Expected to witness, months of rumors and whispers of betrayal had obviously worn him down, and this particular incident was the last straw. Fans were glued to every update on social media as videos and first-person accounts of the altercation exploded, and Remy was visibly upset as he tried to calm Papoose and handle the fallout in real time, but it was too much. Latecomers were discussing it. Everybody was left wondering what would happen to them when Nonstop turned the night that was supposed to showcase her Chrome 23 brand into a full-fledged scandal by scrutinizing every film and detail they could find. It appeared as though the tradition of love and loyalty had suffered a setback.
With admiration to tell the world how his woman the greatest. He held you down in prison for 6 years.
The purpose of the MO's Chrome 23 event was to honor combat rap, but things quickly got out of hand, shocking everyone in attendance as what had begun as a typical night for the culture devolved into UT mayhem. According to witnesses, the tipping point was when Papoose attacked Remy after discovering her and Easy the Black Captain having a private encounter backstage. Effortless without hesitation, and the dispute quickly became physical. Even though security hurried to try to defuse the situation, some event attendees claimed that Papoose's blows were so clean that some guests were unaware of them at first. The damage was already done. Fans who had always known Papoose to be cool and composed had previously noticed this side of him after months of rumors and whispers of betrayal taken their toll, and this specific incident drove him over the edge. Social media erupted as timelines were filled with first-hand stories and videos of the struggle, keeping fans riveted to every new update. Throughout it all, Remy was clearly upset that the night, which was meant to be a showcase for her Chrome 23 brand, had turned into a full-fledged scandal, and people couldn't stop discussing and analyzing it. In the midst of the mayhem, fans couldn't help but accuse Remy of betraying Papoose, the man who had stood by her during her darkest moments, both during and after her incarceration. She attempted to calm Papoose down and deal with the aftermath in real time, but it was too late, and everyone wondered what would happen to the couple who had once been viewed as the epitome of loyalty and love. Her decision to remain silent with the whispers only made things worse for many. Neither affirming nor denying anything spoke louder than words could. And while some saw it as a quiet admission of guilt, others thought she chose not to speak because she didn't want to add to the drama. However, this only served to increase the tension, leaving fans in suspense and wondering. Then, in a shocking revelation, ARPA hitman disclosed in the altercation with Hala that Papoose had known about the incident for 2 years before it was made public. Don't be fooled by Hitman's claims that he was aware of this. The revelation further polarized fans and only served to heighten the chaos and raise more questions, though there is still a question. The resolution of the story leaves Remy and Papoose's relationship feeling just as ambiguous as before, with no concrete answers and intense emotions. Some people are supporting Papoose and applauding his dedication, but others think there may be more to the story. It seems that Papoose found out this information by installing a recording device in Remy's vehicle. Since he was not content to let the rumors remain uncorrected, the news shocked fans and added a whole new level of drama to the situation. Remy remained silent, but the block captain spoke up to keep things from getting out of hand, but his comments only made many doubt his relationship with Remy. He quickly shared his version of events on Twitter, refuting the charges and making it clear that he would. Fans couldn't stop talking about one tweet in particular that read, "When you're real, you." Other tweets seemed to hint at things happening behind the scenes, but no one replied to the rest of the tweet, leaving everyone to speculate. He didn't specifically criticize anyone, but it was clear from his post that he would not tolerate the spread of false information. Fans had to accept that what had once been a picture-perfect love story was now encircled by a lot of conjecture, unresolved questions, and rumors, regardless of what Remy was truly trying to express by being silent and releasing stuff in an ambiguous way. Even while he didn't talk much about what happened at Chrome 23, his tweets showed that there was more to the story than most people knew. or his connection to Remy, though some respected him for evading the accusations. His life took a drastic turn, and his mysterious messages did not quiet his fans. Rather, they increased their curiosity as they kept asking why he hadn't stepped out and corrected the record. Easy was well known in the field, and it's unclear if the additional attention he received benefited him. But suddenly he was at the focus of. Despite all of his self-defense tweets, the picture of Papoose confronting him and the lingering allegations of infidelity remained one of the biggest hip-hop scandals. Since they had witnessed it happen, most of Remy's admirers already had thoughts about what had transpired.
A few months before our battle.
For almost 10 years, Remy Ma and Papoose's friendship was the pinnacle of loyalty, especially during Remy's incarceration. With their passionate 2016 wedding and the birth of their child, they seemed to be the ultimate power couple in hip-hop. But now that the perfect story is being told, Papoose was there at every turn. After all the chaos, the infidelity charges, the leak, and the altercation at Chrome 23, fans are left to wonder if Remy and Papoose can survive. They have faced hardships in the past that would have ended most couples' lives, but this creates a whole new challenge, especially for Papoose, who built his image as the epitome of loyalty. Because of everything that has been going on for more than 10 years, Remy and Papoose's relationship was the model of loyalty through thick and thin, especially when Remy was in prison. After their tearful 2016 wedding and the birth of their daughter, they seemed to be the greatest power couple in hip-hop. Now that the tragic story is over, betrayal is a completely different challenge compared to the difficulties they've already faced, which could have ended most relationships. Papoose, who made a name for himself in the hip-hop industry as the embodiment of loyalty, not only adored Remy in private, but also showed it to the world. He finds this betrayal particularly difficult, and fans are upset for Papoose because they feel that Remy's legacy is in jeopardy and that the loyalty they loved has been betrayed. Remy and Papoose's relationship was once thought to be the pinnacle of love and loyalty in the celebrity world. Their bond was based on mutual respect, support, and a shared vision for their future together. Papoose, who supported Remy during her years in prison, had always been vocal about his unwavering love for her. Remy reciprocated by praising his loyalty and frequently referring to him as her rock during the difficult times that characterized much of her career. Their story of triumphing over adversity resonated with fans and admirers worldwide. But what was once thought to be an unbreakable union was about to undergo its greatest test. It all started on a typical Tuesday afternoon when a shocking video appeared on social media platforms. The tape, which seemed to have been secretly recorded, showed Remy Ma in a compromising position. The details of the tape were initially unclear, but it was inconclusive, raising serious questions about Remy's integrity. As the video spread, the world watched in real time as Papoose, who had always prided himself on being a loyal and protective husband, was forced to confront the scandal that was tearing apart his carefully constructed life. The public's reaction was swift and intense, with social media users analyzing every frame of the video as they looked for clues about what had happened. The media frenzy quickly intensified as rumors circulated that the video was just the tip of the iceberg, suggesting that there were other tapes that might be even more damaging that were about to be leaked for Papoose. The timing couldn't have been worse. He had just finished a major project, and the couple had been making strides in their personal and professional lives. However, in a matter of hours, everything had changed. The once publicly admired couple was now the target of mockery, and their private lives were exposed for the world to see. Had once praised their love story, now doubted its authenticity, and tabloids reveled in the chaos with headlines that made it impossible to ignore. Papoose's anger was evident. He could not afford to sit back and let this scandal play out without doing something. He knew that this moment would define not only his career, but also his legacy as a husband and a man. His first public response was a succinct but impactful statement. "The truth will come to light." He wrote on Instagram, "I will not be silent in the face of lies and betrayal." His words were firm, but they also alluded to the emotional pain he was going through. In interviews, he looked visibly shaken, his anger barely contained. Contained as he discussed the toll that the leaked tape had taken on him and his family. He had always been the one to protect Remy, but now it felt like that protection had been taken away. He wondered how he could continue to support her if she had betrayed his trust in such a public and humiliating way. As the days passed and the media persisted in questioning him, his frustration grew. Remy's response, on the other hand, was much less direct. At first, she denied the accusations, claiming that the tape had been doctored and that the images were deceptive. She urged her fans to believe her and not the lies being spread. Remy's position started to change as the story continued to dominate headlines. Her publicist advised her to keep quiet in the hopes that the controversy would eventually subside, but the damage had already been done. The media had already twisted their story, and the public was becoming more divided by the minute. Fans who had once adored Remy now felt deceived, questioning whether the woman they had supported for so long was truly the same person they had once admired. The fallout from the leaked tape was immediate. Not only fans were reacting, the couple's friends, colleagues, and even family members started to voice their concerns. Some of Papoose's closest friends urged him to. Others, however, supported Remy, claiming that she was the victim of a malicious attack intended to destroy everything she had worked for. There were even rumors of a possible divorce, but neither Papoose nor Remy publicly addressed the matter at that point. For Remy, the public scrutiny was oppressive. She had spent years establishing her career and reputation, and now it seemed as though everything was slipping away from her. She turned to her inner circle for support, seeking solace from those who had always supported her, but even they were unable to shield her from the harsh reality of the situation. Papoose and Remy remained silent about their future as the weeks went by, and the tension between them was evident as they both seemed to withdraw into themselves as they navigated this turbulent time. Papoose was obviously hurt, and Remy, despite her public calmness, was visibly shaken by the impact the scandal had on her marriage. She had always prided herself on being strong, but now for the first time in years, she felt that her personal life was no longer her own, and every interview and statement only served to exacerbate the situation as the public continued to demand answers. In the midst of the crisis, new theories started to surface regarding the origins of the tape. Some suggested that it had been leaked by a disgruntled former associate, while others blamed members of Remy's inner circle who might be to blame, have had their own motives for hurting him. But as the investigation went on, no one was able to say with certainty who was behind the leak theories. But the truth remained elusive for Papoose. The situation was obvious. He needed time to process everything. He could no longer pretend that things were normal. And he could no longer ignore the fact that his wife's actions had deeply hurt him. However, he remained committed to finding a solution, whether that meant mending their marriage or parting ways. Papoose was determined to face the situation head-on, refusing to let the scandal define him or let anyone dictate the future of his relationship. Was at a crossroads. The world had abandoned her, and the same people who had once praised her were now doubting her integrity. She had built her career on fortitude and tenacity, but now more than ever, she had to face her own vulnerabilities. Would she be able to mend her relationship with Papoose, or was their marriage doomed to become another victim of the celebrity gossip machine? The leaked tape had done more than just ignite a fire between Fury and Papoose. It had destroyed everything the couple had worked so hard to achieve. Only time would tell if Remy Ma and Papoose could overcome this betrayal and move on. According to reports, Remy and Easy recently got into a heated argument over the most recent episode of Trauma EP*, which began with affliction. However, that wasn't the only problem. There has also been a lot of talk about Remy's feelings for Papoose. They have been sharing their thoughts with anyone who would listen, which is only adding to the tension. For the time being, the world watched as their personal lives unfolded in the hopes that they would find a way to mend the wounds caused by the scandal that had changed everything. In case you missed it, this drama didn't just happen overnight. It had been building for months. Remy has been trying to control her emotions, but it seems like things finally boiled over when Papoose made their breakup official by posting a heartfelt Father's Day selfie with his daughter. What shocked everyone even more was the rumor that Remy had been unfaithful with an underground artist who has been gaining attention. And if that wasn't enough, there was a full-blown argument that left everyone dumbfounded. The drama didn't stop there when Rapid G spoke up and revealed what he claims is the real story behind Remy and Easy Bond. Their relationship has always been a topic of gossip, but this time it was something much bigger. Papoose stood by Remy through thick and thin, whether it was her personal struggles or time in prison. His loyalty earned him massive respect, which is why the rumors surfaced. Initially, fans were left wondering if she was taking a break, or if this was her way of avoiding the growing backlash. At first, when the news of her cheating hit so hard, Remy remained silent, which only fueled the conversation. Some people assumed that her silence meant she was guilty, while others thought she just wanted to keep things private. Meanwhile, when asked about the rumors, Papoose didn't confirm or deny anything, leaving fans even more perplexed. Was he trying to protect their privacy, or was he hinting that the rumors were true? Soon, more people joined the conversation, with some sources claiming to have seen Remy with another man, while others suggested she was pursuing a new kind of relationship. Social media was flooded with opinions, some of which were supportive, while others were quick to criticize. Things became even more bizarre when a major media outlet released an official statement confirming the rumors of an affair. Just when people thought things couldn't get any more complicated, boxing champion Claressa Shields appeared. Rumors that Remy and Claressa were involved sent shockwaves through social media when Remy posted a screenshot of Papoose with his new girlfriend, adding a sarcastic caption that suggested he had fallen asleep while speaking to Claressa. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing, and the post went viral shortly after the tension between Remy and Claressa allegedly reached a breaking point. Had a heated argument, and Claressa even told Remy to avoid her. When Remy attempted to call her, Claressa allegedly hung up right away, making it obvious that she didn't want anything to do with the drama. Despite Remy being accused of cheating, it was evident that she wasn't happy about Papoose finding happiness elsewhere. Her frustration was difficult to ignore. Some people felt sorry for her, while others believed she was simply having a hard time accepting reality. What's next? Will Remy finally move on, or is there more drama ahead? Fans soon noticed that Remy wasn't in her best form, and whispers began to circulate about how the ongoing drama was affecting her. Meanwhile, Papoose's new relationship was making headlines, with many people praising him for remaining calm and handling things with maturity, in contrast to Remy, who was caught up in emotional outbursts. Social media, of course, played a huge role in influencing public opinion. The internet was flooded with trending hashtags and countless memes adding humor to an otherwise serious situation. Some fans defended Remy, saying she deserved privacy and a chance to tell her side of the story, while others weren't so forgiving, pointing out contradictions in her words and actions that made it hard to believe. This difference in their reactions only led people to side with him by further criticizing her for how she was handling the breakup.